You've been eating better. You've been exercising. The weight is coming off your face, your arms, your legs. But your belly? Barely budging. If this sounds familiar, you're not imagining it. And you're not doing anything wrong. Belly fat is genuinely different from the fat everywhere else on your body. And understanding why is the key to actually doing something about it. Here's what most people don't know. There are two completely different types of fat in your abdominal area. The first is subcutaneous fat. That's the soft fat just beneath your skin, the kind you can pinch. It's stubborn basomai, but it's largely cosmetic. The second type is visceral fat. This is the fat that sits deep inside your abdominal cavity. It wraps around your organs, your liver, your pancreas, your intestines. You can't see it, you can't pinch it, but it is far more metabolically active and far more dangerous than any other fat in your body. Visceral fat isn't just stored energy sitting quietly. It behaves more like an active organ. It produces inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. It releases fatty acids directly into your liver. It disrupts hormone signaling. And it is strongly linked to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers. This is why two people can weigh exactly the same, but have completely different health risk profiles, based on where their fat is distributed. So why is belly fat so much harder to lose? Several reasons, and they all work together. First, cortisol. Your stress hormone has a specific preference for visceral fat storage. When cortisol stays chronically elevated from work stress, poor sleep, overexercising without recovery, or blood sugar instability, your body preferentially deposits fat in the abdominal region. This is an ancient survival mechanism. Your body is storing energy close to your vital organs for quick access during perceived danger. Second, insulin. Visceral fat cells are particularly sensitive to insulin. When insulin levels are chronically elevated, driven by a high sugar and refined carbohydrate diet, visceral fat accumulates faster and resists breakdown more stubbornly. The combination of high cortisol and high insulin is particularly powerful at driving belly fat storage. Third, sleep deprivation. Studies consistently show that even moderate sleep restriction, just a few nights of 6 hours instead of 8, significantly increases cortisol levels and promotes visceral fat accumulation. Poor sleep and belly fat have a direct documented relationship. Fourth, the fat cell receptor difference. Visceral fat cells have more cortisol receptors and fewer of the receptors that respond to fat-burning signals. This makes them slower to release stored fat during exercise or calorie restriction compared to fat in other areas of your body. This is why belly fat is often the last place people lose fat, even when they're doing everything right everywhere else. Here's what the research suggests. Actually works specifically for visceral fat. Resistance training is particularly effective, more so than cardio alone, because building muscle improves insulin sensitivity throughout the body. Zone 2 cardio, that sustained moderate intensity aerobic exercise, is also well supported for visceral fat reduction specifically. Sleep quality and duration are non-negotiable. Addressing chronic stress, not just managing symptoms but genuinely reducing the cortisol load your body is carrying, matters enormously. And dietary patterns that stabilize blood sugar, reducing refined carbohydrates, increasing fiber and protein, avoiding extended periods of high insulin, directly target the hormonal environment that keeps visceral fat locked in place. Your belly isn't being stubborn to frustrate you. It's responding, with perfect biological logic, to signals your body has been receiving for a long time. Change the signals, and the fat follows.